Yeah, I was happy with it. I think, like you said, since June, it's been something that I've been focusing on and just trying to keep my defender in front of me. And it's an everyday focus in practice, outside of practice, extra workouts, stuff like that. So I was happy with it. And, I mean, there's still obviously a lot of ways to improve on it, but it was a good start.
Is there a difficult adjustment, I guess you could say, because, you know, when you're in high school and you have to score so much, you really don't want to play a lot of defense because that's when you get in foul trouble and things like that. So is that a change in mentality for you to have to really stress defense, you know, to get on the floor here?
I wouldn't say in high school you didn't have to play defense, but it was easier to play defense in high school. Like here, everyone's bigger, stronger, faster, so you kind of just have to have a more focus on it and just like pay attention to it more.
Aaliyah, looked like you just came out from the get-go with this aggression that we've used to seeing you play, but you know, it's been a little bit off and on, I guess, throughout the rest of the season. So what kind of was working well for you, and how good was it to kind of just get back to kind of your normal self in that way?
You know, I think that the excitement of just coming back to actually playing when we've been off for about like 20 days or so really drive me, and you know, it's a new year and everything, so just going back to the things that I do best, going back to my strengths, and relying on my teammates to help me be successful in there.
Coach was talking about just for everyone needing to be kind of more consistent here on out, and what for you helps with that, just in general, to kind of come out with that same mindset and same kind of productivity every day?
I think just in practice, repetition, feeling comfortable with the stuff that I'm doing, and getting a lot of energy through my defense as well. I think that we had a great defensive effort today, which helped us gain momentum and help us carry us throughout the game.
Christyn, can you just talk about what you've seen, the changes in Caroline, and how important it's been for you guys to have somebody consistently score the way she's been doing for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've had some injuries, so, you know, we've had some injuries, and obviously we needed people to step up, and I thought Caroline has done an amazing job just filling in that role. Like today, she got 3 blocks, so she's definitely had been working on her defensive efforts, and I see it every day in practice. But yeah, she's a scorer. She's not afraid to shoot that thing. She just let it fly, and we love it. So she's been doing a great job filling in that role.
Caroline, can you address the role that you've had to grow into because of the injuries, where you thought you might be at this point in the season, and what have the coaches said to you about this is what we need you to be now, and how have you embraced that?
Yeah, I think like they said, with all the injuries, I think everyone kind of knew that everyone kind of had to step up in different ways to fill the gaps that we lost. So I think just coming in, just knowing that I had to have a different role, a different mindset, and just being more comfortable out there, I think that's really helped me.
Caroline, Gino had mentioned a week of practice you had in December where he said I think he mentioned you were kind of struggling. What went through your head that week, and what's really changed, if you could take us back to that?
Yeah, I think during that time I was just like overthinking everything and not wanting to make a mistake instead of just playing and just doing what I do best. And I think just kind of changing the mindset of like doing what you do and everyone has their role, and do what you know how to do. I think that's really helped me and improved my confidence and made me more comfortable out there.
When was that?
When was what?
That week, I guess, that kind of happened. That mindset change.
I think it was like after like the Notre Dame game, around there.
Christyn, Coach just mentioned that the team is kind of searching for that one person who is going to be the calming influence on the court, get people in the right places, etc. Do you feel like you can be that person, that you need to be that person as you go through this stretch, these next 8-9 games?
Yes. He's been talking to me about that. That's been an emphasis for me in practice, just trying to be a leader out there. Obviously, I've had some rough games in the past, so I'm still trying to, get myself back to speed so I can be there for my teammates and lead them like they need to be led. But yes, I feel like I can be that player, and I will be that player for you guys. But yes, it's in a work in progress.
What do you need to do to kind of get to that level?
Just be that player for my teammates every day in practice. Be consistent with it, so it'll carry over into games. And just as an upperclassman, I feel like that's my duty. So, yeah.
Caroline, congratulations on an incredible performance today. Can you describe what it's been like to learn from such talented senior guards such as Christyn and Avina, especially learning how to lead during the wake of these absences to Paige, Nika, and AZ?
Yeah, they've been really helpful. I think just as soon as we got here, like, they were really helpful in showing us just how things are done here, and you can just tell like the way that they worked out, and like I don't even know if they noticed it, but like we picked up on every little thing that they did and just the different mindset that they had. And then especially now with people being out, I think their leadership has really helped us to stay together and stay playing as a team, and so yeah, it's been really helpful and they've been great.
Thank you.
Caroline, you had a block, I think it was in the second quarter, and Nika came over and kind of chest bumped you, and it almost looked like she caught you off guard a little bit. Do you remember that? And just what was that like?
I do remember that. That was, I mean, she's like that. Like, she has so much enthusiasm, she has so much energy, and I think the team really feeds off of it. So it was great.
Then, Christyn, this was Nika's first game back. How much does she help having another player in the backcourt, and what does she do for you guys now that she's back?
It's been great having another guard out there with us, especially in practice, with drills and everything. We get a chance to get a break and sometimes. But no, Nika brings a sense of urgency to our team. She's very enthusiastic, very aggressive, and I think that's something that our team needs. So it's been great having her out there today and in practice.
Aaliyah, you mentioned that one of the things that helped you today was just being able to block out the noise and focus. What did you do?
Sorry, can you rephrase the question?
So basically, you mentioned that coming into today, it just helped for you to rely on your teammates and to focus and just get back to doing what makes you you. Mm-hmm. But what steps did you take? What changes did you make for that performance?
Definitely just finishing when I got the ball down low, just making an effort to finish. Realizing that I had a lot of mismatches with Creighton being a pretty guard-dominant team, so just using my strength down there. And then when they were sagging off of me, being able to just take the shot.
What was something that you noticed that you did differently today that you didn't do for the last couple games, in terms of mindset-wise?
I think just being impactful, just being more competitive, defensively and offensively, treating every possession like, we need a winning play or something like that.
Yeah, you guys had 21 days without a game. Now you have 3 in, I think, a 6-day span. How do you kind of go into that knowing that you were off for so long, but now you have extra bodies again?
I think we're just going to, take it one game at a time. I don't know if I can speak for you guys, but I was a little winded today. But you can, it's the only way you're going to get in game shape is by playing games. So, we're just excited to be able to play, and we're grateful that, our season is still going. But yeah, we're just excited to play, honestly.
Christyn, as you guys have had to search for a new identity without Paige, have you found it? What is it? I mean, it seems like defense first kind of has been what you guys have played the last couple games. Is that who you are now? And where do you see the identity of this team over the next few weeks?
Yeah, I think we're figuring out who we are. We're figuring out our identity. Dang, I can't talk. Our identity. I feel like we're a very we have to get stops on defense for our offense to flow. And I think that's been the big emphasis. I think everything just starts with our defense. Once we get steals and stops, everything flows on the other end. And I think we're, starting to pick up on that every day in practice and in games. So, yeah. We're right. Maybe y'all agree.
Christyn, it's no secret that you guys have struggled in the fourth quarter of those 3 losses. Today, first 5 minutes were excellent. The last 5 minutes, not so much. Was part of that because you hadn't played a game so long, you kind of got worn down, but still, on the overall, do you think this was progress today, the way you guys closed out the game?
Progress how we closed out the game?
Yeah, fourth quarter. Got it up to 17 and was able to, enough of a margin to hold on.
I think it was progress in the first half of the fourth quarter, but the second half of the fourth quarter, I don't know if it was like mental fatigue and that we haven't played in a while, but I think we kind of let the pressure get to us a little bit, and that's just something that we have to work on. So coach will probably put us in those situations in practice a lot more often so we can get comfortable with it. But yeah, I think.
Christyn, if defense is going to be where you guys have to make your mark for the next few weeks at least, what is it that you like about your defense right now? What do you guys do well on that side of the ball that can carry you for, 7 or 8 games?
Well, I think we played defense well together. The emphasis was communicating, and I think we've gotten so much better at that. And Creighton did a lot of screens and slips, and we had to communicate or they were gonna get easy buckets. So we were forced to do that, and I just think, we're gonna continue to do that. And I think we play aggressive on-ball defense, and that creates steals. So pretty good at that.
Great. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.